It is time for our main event of Ignorance No Bliss. The PTW Championship on the line, tables, ladders, and chairs. John Morrison versus AJ Styles. Phenomenal forearm to the PTW champion. AJ Styles, once a fan favorite, now holding up that PTW championship to a chorus of boos. But here comes Morrison. And Styles throwing in the parking lot. The PTW Championship, the biggest prize in all the company, hanging high above that ring for this tables, ladders, and chairs match. These men will try to climb the ladder to retrieve that championship. And this man, the challenger AJ Styles, believes it is his time to be PTW champion. All the fans turning their backs on AJ Styles because of this new attitude he's displayed. Dirtier tactics, attacking from behind. But AJ Styles will tell you that nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is that he is closer than he's ever been to the PTW Championship. And I'll tell you folks, that championship, that top spot, it changes people. And it can bring out some demons within them. And that seems like that's what it's done to AJ Styles. But here is a man who could exercise a few demons here tonight. The PTW champion, John Morrison. Morrison's held that title since WrestleMania 3. And of course he has that unique, high-flying, parkour-inspired offense that he'll certainly put to good use here in tables, ladders, and chairs. We already saw one championship hung above the ring earlier tonight, the Intercontinental Championship in the Ultimate X match. But tables, ladders, and chairs is something completely different. Morrison and Styles, these two rivals, some of the best, will try to climb that ladder and take down that PTW Championship. Both men want it badly, but we'll see who can get it done here tonight at Ignorance No Bliss. As this tables, ladders, and chairs match set to get underway, the championship hanging high above the ring. Morrison and Styles facing off to start this one. But now Morrison landing the first punch, going after Styles. Styles, though, firing back with the shots. The back fist there. Morrison, though, catching him with the boot there. And here comes the PTW champion. He opts over AJ Styles. But now Styles with a leapfrog. But now Morrison, a kick is caught. But now he caught him with the enziguri there. Champion and challenger going out of here. But now AJ Styles with the Pele. And now sends him shoulder first into the turnbuckle. These two have met before back at PTW Iron Man, but that was in a triple threat match. Now it's one-on-one Morrison and Styles going to the outside. And he's grabbing that steel chair. AJ Styles now bringing the first weapon in this matchup, but Morrison blocking the chair shot, but now Styles kicking the gut there. And now AJ Styles. That front suplex into the facebuster right on that chair. And John Morrison rolling to the outside. The phenomenal AJ Styles, though, has got John Morrison in his sights. And now AJ Styles! The phenomenal forearm coming over the top there. Big move from AJ Styles. And we already know from their interactions back at PTW Iron Man, Morrison and Styles can certainly make magic in the ring together. But I don't know if magic is going to be what they're going for here tonight, as AJ Styles bringing the ladder into the ring. Of course, trying to climb that ladder to pull down that championship. AJ Styles, the first one to climb here tonight. But now Morrison back on his feet, and John Morrison now pulling AJ Styles down off the ladder, and Morrison sending him right into the ladder, just throwing him right into those rungs there. And AJ Styles down. He almost got clotheslined by that ladder there as Morrison sending him right into it. And now Morrison trying to climb, but Styles has got him back on his feet. And now Morrison, landing on the ropes, but Styles sending that ladder right into his face. It looked like Morrison was going for the disaster kick there. It would have been amazing if he pulled it off, but Styles saw it coming. And now the challenger bringing that ladder into the corner. Of course, we talked about the parkour background of Morrison. But right now it's Styles with the upper hand as he sends him right into that ladder in the corner. And those ladders, they can be used to climb, but they can also be used for pain, as John Morrison finds out right there. And now AJ Styles again going to the outside. They're going to be bringing the first table into the mix here. But now Morrison back on his feet, and what's he doing here? John Morrison setting up that ladder. A bridge against the ropes there. Styles doesn't see him, but now here comes John Morrison! Running off the ladder with a twisting corkscrew dive. I don't even know what to call that. But that's just a taste of the inventive offense the PTW Champion can pull off. As AJ Styles down on the outside, and Morrison now bringing that table into the ring. And the PTW Champion now. AJ Styles still recovering as Morrison. What's he thinking here? Now he's got that ladder set up in the center of the ring. And now Morrison picking up AJ Styles. He's got him up on the shoulders. John Morrison rolling Alabama Slam right onto the ladder. And that may have hurt his own back as well. You see Morrison grabbing at it, but Styles certainly took the brunt of that move. And Styles still down on the ladder with John Morrison. What's he thinking here? John Morrison now. The breakdance leg drop right onto the ladder. Bringing down that leg right onto AJ Styles. The PTW Champion is in control at the moment. But now Morrison going to the outside, looking to bring another ladder into play. There's Morrison grabbing that smaller ladder, but here comes Styles. The baseball slide drop kick, sending that ladder right into the face of John Morrison. Morrison down on the outside. And the challenger now once again getting a steel chair. And now Styles with the chair shot to John Morrison. Got him right on the head there with that steel chair. And now Styles again. The chair right to the back. But now Styles bringing things into the ring. What's he doing here? Setting up that table in the corner. As Morrison trying to get back to his feet. AJ Styles could be looking to make the climb to retrieve the PTW Championship. Styles is climbing up. He's getting close to the top of that ladder and reaching for the title. Could AJ Styles get the championship here? No, John Morrison grabbing the foot. But Styles, though, gonna kick him away. And now Styles, the moonsault into the styling DDT. AJ Styles, the moonsault off the ladder and in that reverse DDT, taking down the champion. And another opportunity presenting itself for the phenomenal one. As Styles now picking up Morrison. Lifting him on the shoulders, Styles has got him up now in the torture rack position. And the rack bomb. Rack bomb from AJ Styles. Morrison is down and AJ Styles now in control. As the phenomenal one now again looking to make the climb up the ladder. Morrison is down and AJ Styles could be looking to get that PTW Championship. He's got his hands on it. He's got his hand on the title, but Morrison with the steel chair. A chair shot to AJ Styles and now Morrison climbing up on the other side of the ladder. These men both on top of the ladder, precarious position. Morrison's got Styles and a Spanish fly. Spanish fly from the top of the ladder. What a move from John Morrison. But now both men are down. Down and out here. Morrison back on his feet. But Styles still recovering, and Morrison now he's going to the outside, grabbing again that smaller ladder he had earlier. But now John Morrison, what is he thinking here as Styles is recovering, but Morrison now building a bridge with that ladder. He's got it set up there. A ladder bridge there from the champion, but now he's got AJ Styles looking for the moonlight drive. Styles though counters, and Styles rolling him right into the calf crusher. The calf crusher from Styles locked in. And the submission will not win him this matchup, but certainly doing damage to the leg of Morrison, trying to hinder him from climbing those ladders. Morrison, Styles finally lets go with a submission, but the damage has been done. Morrison grabbing at his leg, and now Styles with the chair. The chair shot now to the bad leg of Morrison, and now AJ Styles has got him, and Styles! That knee breaker right onto the ladder. The ladder bridge that Morrison himself set up. But now that leg certainly becoming a target for AJ Styles as Morrison on that ladder. And now Styles, what is he thinking here? Morrison's on the ladder and AJ Styles springboard 450. Oh my god, the springboard 450 right onto that ladder bridge. What a move from the Phenomenal One. As now, Morrison is down. And AJ Styles now is looking to climb up once again. Styles now climbing the ladder, trying to reach for the PTW Championship. He's got his fingertips on it, his fingertips on the belt. But now Morrison's back up. And now Morrison's got that ladder, standing at the bottom. And Morrison sends AJ Styles through the table. AJ Styles pushed off the ladder and right through that table. And now Morrison again going to the outside. And John Morrison grabbing another huge ladder there. AJ Styles just fell probably about 20 feet through that table. As now Morrison bringing another ladder into play here. As now picking up AJ Styles, Morrison, he wants to make sure the damage is done. And Morrison, the moonlight drive right onto the chair. The moonlight drive onto the chair. Morrison wants to make sure that Styles is down and out. And now John Morrison gonna set up that ladder and try to climb to retain his PTW Championship. Morrison making the climb. That leg is hurt, it is hurting, but he's trying to pull himself up to the top of the ladder. Styles are just crawling over and just getting his hand on the bottom of the ladder. Styles just barely stirring there at the bottom, and Morrison sees it. Well, John Morrison, what's he gonna do here? He's gonna go down, try to make sure AJ Styles is finished off. Morrison picking up the challenger here. Styles is limp, and now Styles, a kick to the bad leg, and Styles is playing possum, and the Styles clash. Styles clash from AJ Styles. AJ Styles was playing possum on the PTW champion, just barely moving. Just enough so Morrison would come down from the ladder, and now Styles has the opportunity, that title hanging high above the ring. But AJ Styles has been through a table, he took that moonlight drive on the chair, and now is trying to climb the ladder. AJ Styles, can he get there? Can he reach the championship? Well, Morrison throwing that chair right in the back of Styles. And now Morrison with a disaster kick, but he's caught. He's caught in the Styles clash. The Styles clash, but no. Morrison fights out of it. And the kick there. Morrison now has got AJ Styles. Styles is down, and now Morrison has him set up for Starship Pain. Starship Pain from the PTW champion. And that could spell the end of this matchup. Styles is down, and now Morrison is gonna make the climb. Bad leg and all, John Morrison trying to climb the ladder. These men have been through hell in this matchup, but now Morrison has got his fingertips on his championship. Can he be the one to pull it down here? But no, AJ Styles, look at this, Styles pulling the ladder away. And Morrison's hanging on to the championship. AJ Styles pulling the ladder out from under Morrison. Morrison now hanging on for dear life. Can he unhook the belt? Or will he fall down? AJ Styles now with the table, with Morrison hanging precariously above the ring. That's a long fall. And now AJ Styles, what's he doing here? Styles setting up that table. If Morrison drops, he's falling through that table. He's got to hang on to the championship. Morrison hanging on for dear life. But now Styles on the ring apron. AJ Styles, the phenomenal forearm through the table. Holy shit. A phenomenal forearm through the table. Oh my god, that's gotta be the end. That's gotta be the end of this matchup. Both men are down. And I don't know how that they can get back to their feet. AJ Styles is up. Somehow he is up and setting up that ladder. AJ Styles is climbing. He's been through hell in this matchup, but now he's climbing the ladder. AJ Styles to become the new PTW champion. He has his hand on the title. Can he pull it down? AJ Styles. Well, now Morrison, how is he up? How is Morrison up? Setting up that ladder. Morrison is climbing to the top. Both men on top of the ladder, face to face, eye to eye. And now, trading shots on top of the ladder. Which one is going to drop here? But now they're going at it. Morrison and Styles blowing on top of the ladder. But now Morrison comes right back with a kick. And Styles falls down. Styles falls down. And Morrison is all alone on the ladder. AJ Styles is down and out. And John Morrison retains the PTW Championship. What a match. What a moment. What a victory for John Morrison. I thought Morrison was surely going to fall there when AJ Styles pushed that ladder over, but Morrison balanced on that rope and then came back and kicked AJ Styles down. And John Morrison is still your PTW champion. What an absolutely epic match, ladies and gentlemen. These men went through war. And AJ Styles, this is a loss that certainly stings if you're AJ Styles. He felt like he did everything he had to become champion. But in the end, John Morrison finds that will to retain. And Morrison is still your PTW champion.